this is quite the story.
Yeah, it is. We were waiting to touch on it.
Yeah, because there's been controversy. At first, Norway discovered that the buses that they got from China have like hidden communication technology built into them. Okay, SIM cards so that they can talk to China. And there was a lot of debate when they first found out, like, this is bad, this could be a kill switch. And there were people on these electric car forums on Reddit saying, that's all manufacturers do this, etc. But the difference is that all manufacturers don't belong to the Communist Party of China. In China, it doesn't matter what your company is, if you're a car company or you're a software company or you make shoes, the Chinese government can tell you what to do, and you must comply by law. So let's say you are a shoe, you make Nike shoe knockoffs or something similar. You make your own brand. It's called like Hongji, okay? So you got Hongji shoes, and you're selling shoes you're selling shoes to America. And the Chinese government says, you must put listening devices in your shoes. They must do it. Or you must give us the list of all of the clients that you've sent to in America. And then if they find out, oh, you've sent to someone important, then they can send some nefarious thing in the post. That type of thing. If you make software, the Chinese government can come up and say, give me all of your user data. Every single thing that they've done, their IP addresses, all this. They must do it. They cannot refuse. It's not like in other countries like America. If the American government goes to Apple and says, give us your user data, they'll say no. And they can say no. But in China, you can't. Same with car companies. If the Chinese government goes to whichever car company made these and says, you enable that listening device, the microphones in there, we want to hear what people are saying inside that bus. They must do it. They cannot say no.
No.
They can't. So that's the security risk. And so they found this two-way communication thing in these buses. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, in case you're confused why the picture... Don't continue.
Okay.
We're talking about this article.
Sure.
If you're confused, the pictures from the Netherlands probably be because it's the same bus system that Norway picked up on. This summer, Oslo, as capital of Norway, Public Transportation Authority drove a Chinese electric bus deep into a decommissioned mine. There's a reason they did this.
Okay.
It's not just to leave it there, because that's where it belongs.
Yeah, exactly. And then collapse the mine on top of it.
They drove it into a mine, into a nearby mountain to answer the question that everyone is speculating. Could it be hacked? Isolated by rock and digital interference, cybersecurity experts came back with a qualified yes. The bus could be remotely disabled using the control system for the battery.
Yeah.
The revelation presented at a recent public transport conference has spurred officials in Denmark and the UK to start using their own investigations into Chinese vehicles.
Sure.
I'm surprised the UK is doing that with their super spy embassy that they've approved.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? They belong to China now.
It is also fed into broader security concerns across Europe about the growing prevalence of Chinese-made equipment in the region's energy and telecommunications infrastructure. I'm very glad that the U.S. has good protections against this kind of stuff compared to Europe, and I'm glad Europe seems like it's coming.
Well, they got to wake up.
They have to.
Yeah.
The worry is the same for automotive, autos, solar panels, and other connected devices. That mechanisms used for wirelessly delivering system updates could be exploited by hostile governments or third-party hackers to compromise critical networks.
Yep.
It turns out the Oslo Transport Authority router said the bus's mobile communication network via Romanian SIM card gave manufacturer Yutong access to the control system for the battery and power supply.
Yeah.
Reuter said it was addressing the vulnerability by developing firewalls and delaying the signals sent to vehicles, among other solutions.
How about just removing that?
How about don't buy Chinese?
Don't
buses?
buy Chinese, especially if it's called Yutong, because they're going to make you Tong Sawala.
Yeah, tongue, but yeah.
I know, but I'm going to say Tong. Yeah, seriously though, stop. You cannot trust the Chinese government because if they have a political agenda against your country, they will use whatever means necessary to affect you.
Yes. So your analogy about the listening devices is an analogy. The reality here that people are concerned about is being able to disable vehicles with a kill switch in China, which now has been proven they can.
Now, if you think about the applications for such a thing, you can cause chaos. Number one, they can be disabled while they are moving.
Yes, I forgot to bring that up.
So if a bus is traveling on a highway at speed, and this is something they know because they can get the telemetry, I'm sure. Bus is traveling at speed on a busy highway and it suddenly stops. It'll cause a massive pileup. So it'll injure people. It will cause chaos. It'll jam up roadways.
Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, exactly. Sonic will come on the scene again. Yeah, but there's all sorts of different applications you can use to make this affect things during, I don't know, to delay an invasion or to invade or do something. What's funny?
I was just reading it. Sorry, chat. Tropa17 says, imagine Speed, the movie, but it's a Chinese bus.
I used to love that movie. Yeah, when I was younger. Yeah,
kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I had a big crush on Sandra Bullock.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, back in the day.
That's a bunch of bullocks.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, shall we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We shall. Mm-hmm. This is a really cool article, but be all and end all is that this article shows a interactive map on how China's probably going to use their civilian boats.
No, probably they already do.
To invade.
Oh, right.
So they've been tracking the movement of these, and so people aren't paying attention because they're like, oh, it's going to be destroyer ships and all this kind of stuff. But what they have is thousands and thousands and thousands of cargo ships and rusty fishing boats and all this kind of stuff.
Would it hurt Chinese fishing boats to paint themselves?
I think that's how they stay kind of hidden.
By being like a rusty pile of trash.
I love rust.
They look like they're polluting the water just by being there.
Just by existing. See, pause that, yeah. So these kind of ships. But anyway, I'm not going to get too much into it. You can read it yourself. I've linked it below. It's a very cool article.
Yeah.
But it's also very scary.
Yeah.
But I'm glad there's some awareness about how this might go down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Because, they're trying to be sneaky.
3 Chinese nationals and I guess an American guy was charged with smuggling NVIDIA HP chips to China. The ban on giving chips to China was broken by them. They were caught going through a shell company.
What does
a realty company?
Yeah, what does a realty company? Yeah. Anyway, real estate. Guys, this proves that, once again, China will never play by the rules. They break the laws to get what they want. Yep. Okay, and that's why you can't trust them with your buses or anything, really. I think you've linked the article below. It's good. I'm glad that they managed to foil that. Yeah. It's good.
There's just some details there we don't have to harp on because you guys can read that yourself.
Yeah.
This is part of the whole Japan row.
This Japan spat. I don't want to get too much into it again, but you know what they did is China warned its citizens to not go there on holiday, because this is what they do. This is how they hurt people or countries that they don't like, is they hurt them monetarily. So they're like, fine, if you're going to make that statement, we're not going to let our people travel to your country anymore. So then something like 500,000 tourists canceled their plans. I think they were kind of forced to do that because, whatever people say in China, they still love going to Japan because Japan has the products they like. They like to go travel there. Okay, So they canceled that. They also canceled importing Japanese seafood, which also hurts them monetarily. And now they're also canceling any concert with Japanese musicians. When China goes into this xenophobic, anti-Japanese mode, it's very dangerous for Japanese people living and working in China. And of course, Japan's had to warn its citizens to be more careful because we've had horrible incidents where children have been, stabbed and things like that because of this. And, they've been targeted. They'd like to target the children and the families and that type of thing. So you got to be careful if you're Japanese in China right now. Be super careful. I remember with my Japanese friends, whenever the sentiment used to boil up, we'd have to pretend they were a different nationality. Yeah. We'd be out drinking and people were like, is he Japanese? I'm like, no, he's from Singapore or he's Korean or something like that. And they'd be like, oh, okay, fine, type of thing.
That's a real concern.
It's a real thing. It's horrible. So anyway, they've gone all out trying to punish Japan. But
Seafood, concerts.
Yeah, exactly. And, there was some funny exchanges with an ex-ambassador from Japan who was like, well, the kind of people that are not going to come here because of nationalism, it's better. It's going to make Japan better that they're not here anyway. You know what I mean? That's caused another big row. Anyway, let's not harp on about this. Let's continue on. And another thing is this influencer from China has just been arrested. Have you got the story?
I do. November 19th, according to Cambodia China Times, Chinese internet celebrity Sister Orange was her nickname, and was rumored to have gone missing in Cambodia, sparking attention.
By the way, can we just point out China's face filters once again?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what she really looks like. You've just seen her influencer dance around stuff. Don't believe anything coming out of China when it comes to video or anything like that. The face filter technology is off the charts.
Yeah, she was arrested. That's the punchline here. She was arrested for online fraud, transnational human trafficking.
Yeah, you know how that went down, actually. She went to go and visit her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And her bank accounts in China have been used to launder the money out.
Yeah.
That's why she was arrested.
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the crimes.
No, they only care about the face filters.
China's going nuts. They're like, yo, we were lied to.
Yeah,
I used to
exactly.
watch Sister Orange
Yes.
on whatever, at Douyin
More
or
like
whatever.
Sister Potato.
Stop. Stop.
I'm
Don't-
just
Sister Yam.
Sister Yam. Yeah.
Anyway, people are more upset the fact that she doesn't look anything like
Yeah,
her
she looks
mugshot.
nothing like her face filtered self.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one
That's
of those
actually
things.
what people cared about.
Yeah, that's actually what people care. Not that the fact
Not
that
the
she's
human
involved in
trafficking.
human trafficking and fraud and all
Oh
that, but that
my.
she actually doesn't look anything like her online persona.
Which is kind of a sad state of the
Yeah,
world.
that's the way the world works, dude. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's super dumb, but that's just how it goes.
It's highly regarded.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember you. You left my spirit. With you high is all I
Demon Pig is in your bowl. Demon Pig now owns your soul. Demon Pig is here to stay. Get down on your knees and pray. I'm not even going to read that. Oh, man, that is rough.
Can't believe you didn't see that already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, public demonstration of affection
That's hilarious.
will not be tolerated here. Enough said.
This is so sad.
No more corpses in your yard.
And the time that you're going poop, you can still spend time with your loved one. Shitty mom, throw food in the trash. Bye, new mom.
We're getting onto the final level.
You ready?
Yeah, I suppose so. Is our audience ready?
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it.